Greetings to you in all four corners of the earth. Welcome to the most underrated show on YouTube. Feels like the world's falling apart. We just hit 40,000 subscribers. Is there a coincidence there? Let's see. All right, all right. Here we go. Markets are down. Futures, Nasdaq's down 1.5. S&P's down almost 1.25. Dow is down 1%. Bitcoin's down like 40% or something. My goodness. And my friend just texted me Bitcoin was down another 10% in 5 minutes or something like that. I don't know if it's accurate. Here we have Coinbase down almost 8% pre-market. This is this is something. This is one of those days I should be grabbing a bottle of booze and rolling with it, but I'm not. Oh, it is so cold inside of my house. I turned the air on last night. I haven't turned it off. My hands are freezing, so I'm wearing a vest because it's freaking cold. But here we go, guys. Let's get into some stuff. So markets are obviously down, and I read an interesting article this morning. This came from a guy who runs a quote-unquote value fund. I'm not really sure. I looked into some of his quotes that he was making in the story, then just did a little digging into his fund very briefly, 2 to 3 minutes. And I don't know how value he is, but let's start looking at this. So this guy, Ben Inker from GMO, there in Boston, he has said that it's been a very good year for value investors. Now, I mean, I look at some of my value plays. I guess it's been an okay year. I don't think it's been necessarily a good year, but it's been fine. But again, and thank you on the congratulations on 40,000. We all appreciate it. Looking at the just consistent articles that we're seeing every single day, people are saying it all points to supply. And this goes back to last week when I was saying to you guys, we got to keep an eye on the transports. You can have production there, but it's the transports that are going to drive everything. If there's no one to transport the stuff, then we got problems. So keep an eye on the transports. Keep an eye on the transport ETF out of the S&P, and I think that we are going to see different things. So he made the comparison back to the 2000 internet bubble about U.S. equity issuance compared to the gross domestic product. And you can see right now, just based on his little graph that he used, this is a source of Goldman Sachs, actually, that here was the internet bubble, and here's where we are with this COVID bubble. So it's not one thing. It's definitely not just this. It's not just the Buffett indicator. It's all of these little indicators that just keep adding together and saying, guys, something is screaming that there's something drastically wrong. That's the only thing. So it's not just one thing. It's never just going to be one thing. U.S. equity issuance as a percentage of domestic gross product, he notes, is now higher than even the internet bubble. The last 12 months, well, of course, we've seen the SPACs going crazy and whatnot. So Inker, he went to the housing market. And this is the second person in 2 days talking about going to the housing market. And it didn't even dawn on me until yesterday to go and take a look at the housing market. And I'm just like, man, maybe there's something to it. So Inker took to the housing market to show how supply can be a predictor of future price busts. Housing prices headed into the 2008 global financial crisis had only had a 4% correlation with the subsequent decline. Correlation famously does not prove causality. That's scientific. But the data for the 2000 housing boom is certainly consistent with the increased supply and eventually putting pressure on prices, with supply being a big problem as valuations in the speculative boom. So it's interesting what's happening out there in the markets, especially the housing market. And I'm starting to look at this more. I'm going to get into a construction story in a few minutes, looking at these lumber prices and whatnot. Some of the stuff that people are saying is just not making sense. If you just put two and two together, it's not that difficult to see. It seems like there's so many cheerleaders out there in this market coming from every direction. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I never understood why you would want. I always looked at it saying, if we would just let markets do what they're going to do and not try to help them in any way, then cycles would just organically happen. Yes, you would have your inclines. They wouldn't be like this, 100% stock market gains in a year. You wouldn't have your declines of 50 to 60 to 70% or whatever's needed in the market. if you just let them happen, maybe it's 20% gains, 10% gains like normal, then pull normal pullbacks. But we've taken everything to the extreme with everything that we've been doing with the financial engineering. And here we are. I mean, now we're predicting, I mean, eventually this is going to pop, and it's going to be very painful for a lot of people. And frankly, it really didn't have to be. All of this cheerleading and pumping money and this and that, making everybody feel good about their 401ks, this and that. Your 401k would have been doing just fine if we didn't have this financial engineering, because the swings to the downside wouldn't be as drastic. Unfortunately, I feel like we're in a cycle since the 80s that every time we do this, it was 89, then it was 2000, then it was 2008, now it's 2021. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's see. But guys, I want everybody to be aware of this. We have a lot of red today. Today at 2 o'clock Eastern time, the Fed is going to put out their minutes. So they're going to put out their minutes discussing inflation and their bond buying, and whatever the Fed is doing, that is what they're going to be putting out at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So expect a huge swing in one direction or another around 2 p.m. Or if there is not a huge swing, just pay attention to it and just know what's coming. So here's another fun one. Bitcoin slides below $40,000 after the crypto ban. So this is a very confusing story to me, and I really, maybe somebody can help me. I thought that Bitcoin was inflation proof, and I thought that this was the hedge against inflation. So I'm really confused this morning. I was told to buy Bitcoin instead of gold or literally anything except for hedging against the market. So I'm just at a total loss. And if somebody can help me out, I'm really not sure. And plus, I thought this was safe around the world, and now China's banning it. So China's getting rid of it. Tesla's getting rid of it. This is just, I'm very confused. If somebody can help me. Bitcoin dropped as low as 36,250, a 15% drop in the trading session, and it has tumbled more than 40% since April 14th. So, yeah, somebody please help. Please help. I don't know what to do with my frickin' Bitcoin. I was told to YOLO it into my whatever you call it, retirement account. So I did, and now I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. All right. And oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know, all of that about Bitcoin that I was saying, that was sarcasm. I was told that I need to say that. All right. The Senate, I actually kind of like this. I mean, I'm not one for bailouts and helping and printing money in government, this and that, but we're at this point, so why the hell not? The Senate Democrats have proposed a $52 billion U.S. chip production bill, U.S. chip production and research development bill. Hey, this is great. Let's see. U.S. Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer unveiled his bipartisan legislation on Tuesday to approve a $52 billion to significantly boost U.S. semiconductor chip production and research over 5 years. So we know that chips it's been rough for a lot of not only tech companies, but look at Ford, GM, Tesla struggling, Range Rover's struggling. All these big car companies are really struggling because of the shutdowns that we did in China, and they're just playing catch up. So let's see here. The U.S. is going to spend $120 billion on advanced technology research to better compete with China. American manufacturing has suffered rather dramatically from the chip shortage, Schumer says. We cannot simply rely on foreign processors of chips, and the amendment. Okay, this is fine. So I'm actually looking into. I like it. China was pretty much taking over this whole industry. As I said earlier, Ford and GM were taking a step. If we don't step up in a big, bold way, guys, I don't like bailouts. I don't like government funding things, but we're at this point already, so we might as well just keep going, I guess. If we don't step up in a big, bold way, we risk out missing on generations of good-paying jobs, millions and millions of them. So, yep. Very interesting story. I had not heard a sniff of this at all, and all of a sudden I saw it this morning. And I've been talking about this chip shortage, not not publicly, but on a personal level, I'm just so confused of how we got to this point, because I thought, and maybe those of you that are in China, you can tell me, I thought that when China initially shut down, I thought they were back in factories in less than a month. And then they were producing again. So I'm confused. I just honestly can't remember going back to April, May of last year when we had the actual global shutdown. But maybe somebody can say something. So a couple more states adding to the cutting the federal unemployment benefits. Now, guys, the reason that I talk about this so much, and the reason that I'm a big proponent of putting those who can go back to work, is because I just look at California as an example. And I'm only saying California because because there was a number that came out that said if they were going to give COVID unemployment to those who are not working, they're going to make $57,300 tax-free throughout the year. Now, the issue is the tax-free part. I mean, the good thing about people going back to work is that they're paying taxes. They're not taking money from the government. They're taking money from businesses. And it's stopping this wild path towards massive inflation. That's the reason that I talk about that I like people going back to work so much. I don't think that it's anything more than that. It's been proven time and time again, when people work and people pay taxes that they're supposed to pay. Nothing crazy. I'm not a proponent of 50%, 60% taxes or whatever. Just normally pay your taxes. It's better for the economy. It's better for everybody. It's better for businesses because they have people to work and produce and this and that. It's a big reason why we're seeing a lot of this stuff right now in the transports market and whatnot. There's not enough people to be driving things around and doing things because there's no we're giving away too much money. So if you disagree with that, I'm not, have fun. Do whatever the hell you want with it. If you don't like me, that's your problem. I'm going to still say it. All right. Why AT&T stock is getting smashed after the mega deal. So the mega deal with AT&T, I've been thinking about this deal for quite some time over the past 24, 48 hours. I literally can't get over the fact that AT&T did come out and admit that they were wrong in what they said about their Time Warner acquisition. They actually said we were wrong, we made a mistake, and we're gonna try to correct that mistake. I'm just blown away. That gives me a lot of confidence to say that AT&T is. Yeah, I'm happy. Anyways, let me read this. So Wall Street. This is the Wall Street thesis. They are coming to the conclusion that there is really no reason to be optimistic about the stock in the medium term. So right there makes me say, okay, I'm going to take a deeper look at AT&T. Because if Wall Street's saying one thing, I want to look at say the opposite. For AT&T investors, while we view this transaction and the February announcement that it would sell DirecTV as positives, we think that it will take time for AT&T to recover. AT&T has lost a significant ground of both wireless and fiber broadband as it spent time and money on HBO Max. So I don't really see it as a negative. I see that they're trying to correct something that was not right for their company. It wasn't wrong. They were trying to do something. But AT&T said Monday, of course, that it'll spin off its media division to Warner Media, which it bought for $85 billion 3 years ago, and that completely flopped. So they're going to do a merger. They're going to bring in Discovery, HBO. They have AT&T has HBO, CNN, Discovery has HGTV, Animal Planet, Food Network, TLC. I love Discovery. And those of you that know, or those of you that don't know, those of you that are in the Patreon, we have options put on Discovery. I believe they're $30. I don't know what the price is of Discovery right now, but I think they expire maybe on Friday. I don't know. AT&T is set to, let's see, the proceeds of the AT&T will go towards paying down a considerable amount of debt of more than $160 billion, which is an excellent idea for AT&T. AT&T needs to pay down debt. They need to buy back their shares. And in my personal opinion, which I said on Monday, was I would really like to see them cut their dividend. I was talking to my father about it, and literally an hour after I said I wanted to see the dividend cut, the story came out that they were cutting their dividend 30%. Perfectly fine with that. He owns shares of AT&T, and frankly, I'm very happy that this is happening. So AT&T is set to receive $43 billion in a combination of cash, debt securities, Warner Media's retention of certain debt, according to the press release on that came out on Monday or Tuesday. So the rest of the story is just regurgitation from yesterday that we talked about. So this is great for AT&T. I'm very happy with what's happening, and let's just keep an eye on that one. And don't worry about the big swings and this and that. Thank you. Discovery is 32.60 right now. So don't worry about the big swings that you see. Discovery was up 16% on Monday, and then it dropped, and it was minus 5% by the end of the day. AT&T was up 5%, finished down 3%. Yesterday was down as low as 7%. Guys, don't worry. This is why when I'm trading and I teach you guys, just let it happen. Just let all the nonsense settle down. This is the exact same reason that I don't trade until 10:06 in the morning. It's the exact same thing, just on a grander scale. Let all the BS from overnight settle down, and just settle down and settle down and settle down, and it'll be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Just relax. Smash the like button for me, if you don't mind, and let's get into this story about the construction. Let's see here. Wait. Let's get into the story about the construction. Here we go. U.S. home construction falls a surprising 9.5% in April. So, U.S. home construction falls sharply 9.5% in April, and economists contribute it to that partially to builders who delayed projects because of a surge in lumber prices and other constraints. So, this is where I made the tie. This is like we're talking out of two sides of our mouths here. Applications for building permits, considering a sign of future activity, rose 3.3% in April, suggesting that April construction will be temporary. But if we're saying that it was because of surge in lumber prices and the surge isn't going to go away, then why would this be temporary? Just think a little bit. If this is the reason, then this is not going to be fixed until this goes away. So I did speak with somebody yesterday who knows a few things, who said that lumber prices, the unions are people are going after the lumber unions, saying that they're the ones that are increasing the prices and this and that. Do I know if this is true or not? I don't know. But I haven't done enough research, and to be honest, at this point I'm not worried about it, because it frankly it is what it is. I'm sure if this thing becomes a thing, it's going to be in the news. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Then we can talk about it. But I hear that they are going to start going after these lumber prices because they are artificially being inflated. I have no idea. Don't take my word for it, but we'll see. Lumber price alone, this is a wild stat. Lumber price alone, according to the National Association of Home Builders, has added basically $36,000 to a single family home because of costs. Just wild. So this Oxford economist, Nancy Vanden Houten, she predicts that the housing construction would hit 1.6 million units this year, up from 1.38 last year, even though it's slowing. I don't know. I guess she's thinking, well, I don't know what she's thinking. I really don't know. In recent months, aggregate residential construction material costs were up 12% year over year. Okay. And low interest rates are supporting the housing affordability in this market where the cost of materials is rising. So maybe they net each other out. I mean, I'm getting a home loan on my house that I'm buying, and I close in hopefully today, to be honest with you. We'll see. And if you're my mortgage lender and you're watching, please let this close today, because this is getting to be a very, very long process. But I'm financing at a 2.75% fixed rate for 30 years. That's incredible. I can't believe that number. But hey, it is what it is. I'll take advantage of it. So All right, you guys, smash the like button for me, and I will take some of your stocks. We can talk about whatever you would like to talk about. I want to talk about one stock that a friend of mine texted me. What is this thing? CELH. I don't know what this is. Celsius Holdings. This isn't like the Celsius water or juice or whatever's in that can that every celebrity is drinking now and endorsing on the Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, go and follow me at TraderMo_EM. Follow me on Instagram. I am not a big social media person, so the more followers I get, the more enticing it will be for me to post. We shall see. So, Celsius Holdings. I'm assuming maybe they had earnings today. Why don't we just take a look? If this is a big company, we'll be able to see. Let's see here. Celsius. Last night. Let's see here. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time on this stock. Okay, regardless. I don't know. They had a 4% drop, so whatever. The trend, I could see this trend changing on you. And plus, it's having a very difficult time. It's sitting right at all these moving averages. Looks tricky. It's not something that I would be in right now. So, not something that I would be in right now. All right. Best drink out there. Oh, okay. So it is the drink. All right. I'll try this drink. Is it like Monster, or is it something that doesn't have all these chemicals in it that's going to destroy me? All right. So PayPal. This was actually a watch list stock for the Bid and Ask Nation. And notice I said watch list, not a purchase. There were some that purchased it and didn't work out too well for them. So we were looking right in here. I threw it on the watch list right here. I thought that maybe something would happen to propel this thing up, but it didn't happen. So took it off the watch list, of course. And now we are in a downtrend. If you want to short this, actually, if you get an engulfment today, some kind of good candlestick, go for it. Just know, if you're running into this 200-day moving average, it's going to be tough for you. And volume is declining. To me, I look at this saying that the big institutions and the big funds are not in PayPal right now. So, why don't we look at Tesla? Because actually, breaking news, I ordered a Tesla yesterday. So for all of you that think that I hate Tesla, wrong. Company, bah. Stock, bah. Car, yeah, buddy. All right. So Tesla's dropped below its 200-day moving average. Yikes. And I don't know. They're just in a steady decline. So if you're in this thing, here's your support level. If you break below that support level and you want to short it, you can go for it. I thought I had a Tesla story, didn't I? Tesla is the most shorted stock in the S&P right now. $22.5 billion as of May 13th. So, I mean, they are leaps and bounds above Amazon. Basically, a little under double of Microsoft and double Apple for short. So, of course, Michael Burry is the name leading the charge. Nick, yes, I got the Model S. The one that is coming out in September or October, though. I want the newly revamped one. So the stock has fallen. Man, Tesla's fallen 30% from its January high of, I think it was 860 or something. Wow. And then this guy, I don't know who this is. Dusowinski. I don't know who he is. Didn't really read too much into the article. He estimates the total value of short interest on stocks that he tracks to be what I think these are the stocks that he tracks right here. $1.1 trillion, up from $990 billion at the end of last year. So that just tells you. I don't know. All right. Mo is giving away his Tesla at 150. By the way, guys, we're at 40,000 subscribers. In 10,000 subscribers, I'm predicting before June 15th, we're going to be giving away a Tesla Model S. So join the Patreon and you are automatically entered to win. Let's see here. This is our Patreon, patreon.com/everythingmoney. If you're into it, join it, baby. For $23 a month, You get access to all of our software, discounts to different products. Of course, you get access to the Discord community, which is incredible. Join the Bid and Ask Nation. You get full access to me. If you want to trade, come and trade. I'll make short little videos for you. I answer your individual stocks. I have 3 people in there that when I'm not available, they can go ahead and answer questions for you. And yes, Model 3. Did I say Model S? We're giving away 2 Tesla Model 3s. We're not giving away a Model S. 10,000 more. Yep, that's exactly right. I do always say it wrong. I'm just so conditioned to say Model S, but Model 3. We are giving away 2 Tesla Model 3s. Let's see what Coinbase is doing. Uh-oh, Coinbase is now down 10%. What are futures doing? The Nasdaq's down over 200 points. Man, this is crazy. Oh, now it's 250 points. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting day. Guys, the Fed minutes are going to come out at 2 o'clock. I'm very interested to see what they say in the Fed minutes, just to see which direction the market goes in. I mean, they're going to say something about inflation, and they're going to say something about their $120 billion a month bond buying roll that they're on. So ASO, somebody just asked about this one. Didn't we do this yesterday during the live stream? Oh, no. Maybe we did. I don't know. This is a brand new stock. Well, it looks pretty new to me. I don't trade IPOs, but damn, this thing's crazy. So if I would not recommend that you trade something like this long term, but if you want to, and you can add to it on new highs. But for the record, I am not suggesting that somebody goes long term on something like this. What's this? Everyone's talking about Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening. Oh, they're down 21%. Nice. 21%. That's pretty good. Holy moly. Is this volume right now? Oh, 24-hour period volume. Okay, that makes sense. Because the crypto market never closes. All right. AT&T is down more. Is it? Let's see here. Let's see what Discovery is doing too. Oh yeah, AT&T is down 2%. Let's see what Discovery Class A shares are doing. That's down almost 2%. Boy, oh boy. This is crazy. GEVO. I'll do that one. And then VO. So guys, I am not going to be here on Friday. I forgot to tell you that. I will not be here on Friday. So tomorrow we are going to do the winners and losers of the week for the Bid and Ask Nation. So those of you that are in the Discord, shoot me a message in there tomorrow morning when I ask, because I'll lose it. And we'll go over your winners and losers of the week. I expect there to be a lot of people that are going to be winning today based on going short on the day trading side. So we shall see. What's the AT&T spinoff going to be? So they have not said anything about what the spinoff is going to be. We just know that it's going to be a combination of all of the media channels from both networks, and they will do something. But it's going to be a new company that they're going to be working together on. So this is GEVO. I actually like this trend that it's making, moving to the upside. To me, throw it on your watch list. Put a tracker share on if you want. This thing has a lot of potential, especially if it can get through the 100-day moving average, which is about 850. Where is that mark? Right here. Yeah, I guess you could see there's some kind of support line. Excuse me. And yeah, that's that. I like this one. I kind of like it. Sun, RUN. All right, I'll do RUN. AMC short. You know what? I don't know about these short squeeze things. I mean, I'll take a look at it for you on a 15-minute chart. Oh, I don't like this sun run. I mean, you're just in a downtrend. Wait for this. If you want to keep shorting it, if you're shorting it, I don't know who you are. You can go ahead and do that, but you got to wait for this thing to turn up. Let's see what AMC is doing lately. AMC is down. And the market is now open, so it's going to be interesting to see where everything goes. AMC is down 9%. You know what? Whoever asked me this question, I don't know what to tell. I think the only thing I would tell you is just make sure you are day trading this Don't get carried away trying to go long term on this stuff. You're going to get smoked. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here for today. Good topics. Good luck with Bitcoin. Be aware of the 2 p.m. announcement from the Feds. If you are not, if you're not paying attention, maybe put a lot of stops on your positions. Maybe they'll go up. I don't really know. So we'll see what they're going to say. But you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Send me your wins and losses in the Bid and Ask Nation. Bye bye.